Hello and welcome to the channel. We're here in 2d6 dungeon on the stairs on the way down to level 3, and I'm going to try using Talespire for the mapping for this floor. See how it works. I've done some experiments. I think it's good. I've gone into Hero Forge and made my own custom character, but I'm not making custom characters for every single monster. We'll have to just use the ones that are available in Talespire here. I'm making the monster card slightly smaller on the screen to give me a little bit more playroom for the screen. I think that will be fine. Alright, for on the steps here, before we enter into our dungeon, though, we do got to eat some rations so we don't start taking damage. So we'll take care of that quick. And then we don't need to heal, so we will continue on. I've already decided how big our dungeon is going to be. Here it is. And our entry area is 4x4 with 3 exits. So let's get on down in here. One of the things, besides obviously being in 3D, we have a hit point counter right here on the screen. So every time I right click on it, you'll be able to see how many we have. I don't need that. Yeah, I do need that. Torchlights turned on. The music and ambience is from Talespire itself. I believe, obviously, unlike Forge, we don't have Fog of War, so it's just once I build the room, you'll be able to see before I even open a door, which the entry area is archways, so we're fine. I think I'm going to go up to this way first. All right, have our room. I'll move into it. Zoom up a little bit here. We got a 6x6. It is a pillared hall. A number of pillars run the length of this dusty space. There's a metal burner here that hasn't been lit for a long while, but contains wood. For placeables inside Talespire, I was not able to put the burner out, but that's fine. We will turn back around then. Alright, so get this here so you can see. And the minute you step into the room, some of the floor tiles fall away, leaving large gaps. You have to jump from one stone to the next. Make a precision check, 8. If you pass, you make it to the ledge safe. Failure means you take D3 plus 1 damage as you catch your ankle. Floor flips to its normal state. So we have plus 1 precision. That is by only 6, and we needed an 8. Ooh, we're gonna take some damage there. Oof. We're gonna take 7 points of damage. Some of the floor fell away. We made it over to the ledge here. I think we're gonna make our way up and continue north. This room also had archways for exits. Not gonna worry about getting the wood from the burner. Too dangerous. Okay, this next room, we're gonna enter into it. And this is an alarm statue room. The statue emits a high-pitched noise as soon as we pass in front of it. I'll roll a d6 and subtract my discipline, which is a 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1. On a 1 to 3, you are able to focus and smash it. If it had been 4 to 6, my head pounds and I would have lost D3 to hit points. This floor is out to kill me without even having a monster. No turning back. We'll continue on this way. Okay, we'll enter into this one, passing through another archway. Into this room. Move it here. What we have is a fallen statue. This was once a tomb of a lost warrior, whose statue now lies in pieces across the floor. You search the chamber and notice a pressure plate in the corner, which you step on, hoping to open a door of some sort. It instead makes a loud sound that calls a patrol. And our patrol that shows up is... So, you step on the plate and it sounds an alarm and a banished arrives. Patrol. It sees you and comes towards you. Ready for a fight. We'll turn around here. Come over for combat. We'll zoom in a little bit. Alright, we'll turn like so. And alright, first combat and using Talespire here. Banished from the domain level to the crypt levels for heinous crimes. These tortured beings are renowned for grisly cannibals, desperate but unable to escape the domain of dead. Put up in the corner marked as H, which is a human, so they're not undead. Scurry away. Secondary 1s, 4s, 5s, and 6s gets a -1 damage, so our heavy slash will be subject to that. And they have a wild scratch, which is has a secondary 1, which our leather breastplate would help with that. So we'll start our combat with attacking the banished. And start off with a 3 and a 3. We can shift the 3 to a 4 and deal 4 points of damage. I didn't change that, right? And we go over to the banish's turn. There we have a 6 and a 4 with only 1 shift. That is not something that can do damage to us. Move on to round 2. Back to our turn. And that is a 6 and a 2. We can or a 2 and a 6. Sorry, a 2 and a 6 with 2 shifts is not capable of being a hit. Move over to the banished's turn. And they have a 5 and a 3. And again, 1 shift is not enough to make that a hit. On to round 3. 6 and a 3. We can shift the 3 into a 4. Making for a heavy slash that deals 2 points of damage. Bringing him down to 3 points left. And it's his turn. So with a 4 and a 3 on only 1 shift, we can't do that. Next round he will be able to turn that into a wild scratch, but not this round. On to round 4, where we each get 1 additional shift. I'm gonna come back at him here. And that is a 2 and a 1. And with 3 shifts, that is nothing. Back over to the banished turn. 6 and a 4. We can't do anything with that. On to round 5. Two and a 1. We have 4 shifts. So we can turn the 2 into a 4 and the 1 into a 3 with our 4 shifts, and making for a swing attack. And the swing does 0 points of damage. Over to his turn. The banished attacks back, trying for that wild scratch, and he's not making it. Start around 6 here. We have our turn with a 3 and a 4. We're going to shift the 3 into a 6, making for a heavy slash. That deals 6, 7, 8 minus 1, 7 points of damage. And he only had 3 left, so he is beyond dead. With the banished down, we gotta check for his treasure, do a body search. We get strapped to the creature's back as a throwing axe plus 3. I think a throwing axe plus 3 is going to go into the heavy or large items section. Which, now that I think about it, the small boxes probably should be in there too. Put his card away. And the room is a dead end, so we're going to have to backtrack a bit. Let's go all the way back to the entry room. And from this room, I'm thinking we'll go this way this time. Alright, we're gonna step in through the archway into this room. We got this is to be a headstone store. Lines of headstones have been placed along the walls, stacked for storage. One is smashed. There are some boxes of stone here with some leather cord as well. And as I start to look around, I look up to see a chunk of rock on a chain that comes swinging towards me. I get to add my shift. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. And on a 10 or more, you manage to dodge, otherwise take damage. So, just barely made that. We'll add the leather cord to our sheet. I don't think we need the stone. Boxes of stone here with some leather cord. We have cord already on our sheet, but it was, when we found that, it was just cord. This one specifies leather cord. So, I don't think... It might be the same thing, but I'm just gonna take it to be something different. There is a single door out of here that is wooden. So it's probably gonna connect there, but we will see what we have through this door. Well, we gotta check it for being locked first. 5, the door is not locked. Alright, we are ready to open the door. Open that up and go on inside. What we have is another large pillared hall. Number of pillars run the length of this dusty space. There is a metal burner in the middle, which I didn't put in again. Another large pillared hall with a number of pillars that run the length of this dusty space. There's a metal burner that has not been lit for a long while, but contains wood. As I step into the room, you hear the mechanical sound of metal spikes shoot up from below. I must roll a d6 and add my shift. On an 8 or more, I manage to avoid them. That's not happening. And so I get hit by some spikes there. For 3 points of damage. Inspecting the rest of the room, is just a big empty space. So we'll head back in this way. Already got hit by the spikes, so we'll have to work our way around the edge of this room and go the other direction. Alright, we're gonna step on through this archway and enter into this room, which is a skull chamber. Stepping in a room, the walls are filled with skulls that are stacked up high. One blinks at me. As undead burst free, roll D6, and a 1 or 2 is a zombie. There is a one exit straight over. The zombie closes for an attack. And we shall zoom in for battle and get the zombie card up here. The zombie turns in your direction, the flesh loose on its face, a blank terror suspended in the white globes that are its eyes. It moans and lopes towards you. Got a clawed hands attack, 4 and a 3, and a lifeless corpse on a secondary 1, 2, and 6. He takes -1 damage. So we don't have to worry about secondary 1, 2s, and 6s. Anything we hit him with will do full damage. Alright, let's start a combat round. Number 1 is attack on the zombie. 3 and a 3, we can turn a 3 into a 4 to make a swing, which will deal 3 points of damage, bringing him down to 9. He's going to swing back at us. A 6 and a 1, no, 1 and a 6. Keep him in the right spot, and that's not shiftable into anything. On into round 2 here. Again, we have a 3 and a 3, which we can shift into a 4 for another swing. And this swing does 1 point of damage. The zombie's going to swing back at us with a 5 and a 5. Only 1 shift though, so that can't be made into damage. On to round 3. We are rolling with a 6 and a 3. We can shift that 3 to a 4 to make a heavy slash. Or 6 points of damage. Bringing a zombie to only 2 hit points left. He's going to swing back at us. 4 and a 2. He can shift a 2 into a 3. Finally connecting with the clawed hand. Dealing 4 points of damage to me. Round 4. Attacking the zombie. Shifting that to a 4. Making for another swing. There we go. 5 points of damage against him. Making him dead. Body search on this one. Cocked. There's a 4. Bringing us to a pat down the body and find nothing. He's a zombie. That can be expected. Put his card away. Kinda want to take a skull. Feel like it's needed. Could be needed. Start a second column. Just 1. We're not taking a bunch. Now we will continue. Through to this archway. Alright, we'll step on through this archway into a hallway that just dead ends. leaving us to return to the entrance. Here's a look at our dungeon so far. Everything's been a dead end. If this one ends up with a dead end, we're gonna go looking for secret doors. Alright. Step into this room through the archway. And what we step into is a dusty space filled with, this is a dusty space lined with what were once glossy tiles. It also run into a sunken bath. As you approach, the bath magically fills with water, and you can wash if needed. Looking around the room, I don't really need to bathe, but as I'm searching around the room, I find that there's a makeshift grave where stones have been stacked on a dead adventurer. The body is relatively fresh but stinks. You search it and find some leather straps, a metal plate used for repairing armor, and a lockpick +2, 3 of them. So let's get all that on our character sheet. We had 1 lockpick, so we're bringing that up to 4. We don't have leather straps. We have leather cord. We shall continue on out of this room. Another archway. Okay, we're going to enter into this space. Move forward here. Long, narrow 6x2. It is a pillared space. This is a gloomy space filled with long shadows cast by 2 large central pillars and curving arches. Wandering out of the shadows is a mummy that you must fight. Poses in for combat. Move that there. Get his character sheet. Mummy's got 15 health. I have not given myself any experience from the other creatures. Good lord. So let's take care of experience from the other creatures before I fight this mummy. Let's see, we had a zombie. Zombie brings us to 713. We had the banished, who brings us to 747. And the mummy. Many of the bodies in the crypt have been embalmed and now risen. Roam in the dark halls as rigid mummies. It turns and senses you, a dry corpse visible beneath the strips of cloth. As a senseless body on primary 1s and 6s, it gets -3 damage, which is our heavy slash. Oof. It has a savage bash and body barrel for its maneuvers. And the body barrel matches our breastplate for -1 damage. Not sure if an exact match makes a -2, but we'll just run with -1. We'll start off combat with attacking the mummy. Starting with a exact swing. Dealing 5 points of damage. Bringing the mummy down to 10. He's going to go and swing back at us. Attack us. 5 and a 4. We got 2 shifts. It's not enough to create a hit though. Start combat round 2. Back to us attacking. And we fail with a double 1. So the mummy swings back at us now with a 5 and a 6. And again, 2 shifts is not enough for the mummy to make a hit. On to round 3, and we're gonna swing again. Right, we can do a single shift to a swing. Wait. No points of damage. The zombie, or the mummy, will swing back at us with a 4 and a 1. 2 shifts will take the 4 to a 6, creating a body barrel. 3 minus 2 minus 1 is 0 points of damage to us. Our turn at the top of round 4. We got 6 and a 5. We can shift the 4, making a heavy slash with 5 points of damage. Leaving the mummy with just 5 points. The mummy's turn. Come back at us with a 3 and a 4. We can take and shift the 3 to a 2 and the 4 to a 3 to create a Savage Bash, and dealing 4 points of damage. Bringing us down to 12. Into round 5, where we're going and attacking the mummy. We have a few extra shifts now, so we could turn that 2 into a 4 and the other 2 into a 3 for a swing. 5 more points of damage, which will bring the mummy to the afterlife. Take a moment to search the body. Searching the body, we find a small pouch with a medium quality gem. That gem is a garnet. Let's get that on the character sheet, and then let's do the XP now so I don't forget again, because that's what I do. 747 plus 90 brings us to 837. Don't need his card anymore. But as we're clearing up the body, checking for, finding the pouch, we bump us one of the pillars and one of the loose stones fall to the ground with a loud crash, and it summons Skeleton Warrior. Comes into the room and prepares to fight. And we go right straight back into combat. The skeleton rises up. It's the black eye sockets, empty voids. The animated warrior is held together by dark magic, and their singular purpose is to kill the living. It advances. The first sentence doesn't make sense. It's confusing me. Alright, we'll start round 1 with us attacking the skeleton warrior. We can shift that into a 4 to make for a heavy slash. Just realized I didn't go through his interrupts. I read his text there and got confused. His interrupts is a body void on primary 3s and 4s, which would be our swing. He gets a -1, and for maneuvers you have sword thrust and a dusty boot, double 2s and double 5s. Our heavy slash does 4 points of damage. 6. The skeleton attacks us back with double 5s right off the bat with a double dusty boot. Dusty boot does 1 point of damage. On a combat round 2, we shall attack the zombie, or attack the skeleton. Good lord. And we can shift that 4 or the 2 into a 3 for a swing. Two points of damage. Bringing him down to 4. Over to the skeleton's turn. 5 and a 1. He's only got 1 shift, so he can't do any kind of a swing with that. On to round 3. We're gonna attack the skeleton warrior. 2 and a 4. We only have 2 shifts, so we can't make that into a 6. So we're missing that round. Skeleton attacks us back with a 2 and a 6, and like us, he can't shift that into anything. On to round 4, and we are going to attack with an additional shift. We have a 3 and a 5. With 3 shifts, we can turn the 3 into a 4 and the 5 into a 3 to create a swing, dealing 4 points of damage, which is what he has left. Skeleton down. Let's get our experience right away, bringing us 40 experience for the skeleton brings us to 877. And then we get to search in the body. There's a snapped off sword blade in the creature's rib cage. Do I want to carry that? Broken sword blade, chunk of metal, I suppose. Add it to the sheet. And let's put that skeleton away. I think take a break there. We have 2 arched exits out of here. We'll decide where to go next. Thank you for staying till the end. I hope to see you next time. Have a good night.